Well, for more on this week's news hit, Courier Mail columnist Des Houghton joins me live. Des, thank you for your time this Saturday. Now, this week you've written about the ABC's struggle to survive. Talk us through what you believe has impacted the success of Australia's public broadcaster.
Good morning, Atenzia. The ABC is obviously in deep trouble. It's bouncing from one crisis to another. There were very compelling reports during the week that it's lost another million viewers and listeners in a year. And it simply can't go on like this. There's something like 8 million or more Australians never listen to it, never watch it, won't have anything to do with it. And you've got to ask yourself why. Many people think the ABC has become a propaganda vehicle for the Green Left, for the Teals, for transgender cultists and all kinds of fringe groups. And I tend to agree with that.
Now, Des, what do you think the ABC should do to bring it back up to where it used to be?
Hortensia, I think the ship has sailed. It will never come back to where it was because through no fault of its own too, and in defence of the ABC, we've seen the arrival of Foxtel and Netflix pumping out very high quality shows and the arrival of Sky News Australia as well, doing a great job with fearless journalism. The ABC doesn't have much anymore. It has an abysmal sports coverage. So I would suggest, we live in a world where the user pay model is now popular. Why not have a subscription service? And people who want it can pay for it, like they do with other things they buy.
Now, this week, there's been a wine launch in Paris that you've also written about. It costs $3,500 a bottle for one of these wines, and collectors are apparently fighting all over it. Des, fill us in.
Yes, this is the wine story of the year. Penfolds audaciously brought some wine from Hermitage in France in the Northern Rhone, from one of the great vineyards, La Chapelle, and they blended it in Adelaide 50-50 with their most prized wine, Grange, and they created this new world wine that seems to have captured the imagination. Now, there's a very interesting story. In 1831, on his way to Australia, James Busby, father of Australian wine, he stopped at this very vineyard and he collected 8 vines and he brought them back to Australia. They were planted in Sydney and they then went to the Hunter and the Barossa Valley, and they went all over the country. So we now have, this is our great favourite red wine, Shiraz. We now have the circle being complete where it's come from France and it's coming back again. And I think that's a pretty cool idea from Penfolds.
Des Houghton, always a pleasure. Thank you for the update this week.
Thank you, Hortensia.